Okay, hello class. This is Mr. Benz. I hope everyone's doing okay. Right now I'm down here in my, what I call my learning lair. It's my little office where I study and come up with things to teach you guys. Okay, part of our first unit for our at-home learning is going to be on the pathogens and human illness. Okay, so human illness is when people become sick, and pathogens are things that can cause sickness. When we think about diseases, there's two types of diseases. There are infectious diseases and there are non-infectious diseases. Okay, infectious diseases are diseases that can be passed from one person to another, or maybe from an animal to a person through something we call germs. Okay, some examples of infectious diseases would include rabies, the common cold, polio, smallpox. Some of these diseases we have eradicated, but infectious diseases are caused by germs and they can be passed from one person to another. Okay, non-infectious diseases are illnesses that can't be passed from one person to another. An example is cancer. Okay, cancer kills a lot of people. It can be caused by carcinogens. Those are chemicals or things in the environment that are bad for us. But I can't pass my lung cancer to another person by breathing on them. Another example of a non-infectious disease would be diabetes. Okay, diabetes is a disease, but it's not caused by a germ. Okay, so two types of diseases that we think about: infectious diseases, they're caused by germs, and then non-infectious diseases, which can't be passed from one person to another. Okay, so I brought up a term called germs. Okay, that brings up the germ theory of disease. See, back in the old days, many hundreds of years ago, people believed that diseases were caused by evil spirits or other stuff like that. And really, about 150 years ago, scientists figured out that diseases are caused by these very small microbes, small living things, or viruses that can actually cause illness. Louis Pasteur was one of the first people who discovered this. That's when you talk about pasteurized milk. It's named after Louis Pasteur. He discovered that diseases are caused by these small microbes. Just as a side note, what pasteurization is, and when we talk about pasteurized milk, for example, they will take milk, they'll heat those cartons up to kill any germs that are inside them. So that's where the term pasteurization came from Louis Pasteur, who came up with the idea of the germ theory of disease. So where were we? Okay. While we're talking about microbes, I would like to, there are really 5 different types of microbes or germs that can cause disease. The first one, obviously, is bacteria. There are certain bacteria like E. coli that can make you very sick. A number of diseases are passed by different bacteria. Another type of germ is a virus. Right now, the reason you're at home is because of the COVID-19 or the coronavirus. Now, viruses themselves are not living things, but they're made of a little strand of DNA with a protein coat. So they're produced by living things, and the way viruses reproduce is they get inside your cells, they hijack the cell's machinery that is used to copy DNA, so the viruses make copies of themselves. Then the cell bursts, and you've got many viruses spreading out into the environment. So types of pathogens or types of germs: you got bacteria, you got viruses. Another type of pathogen is fungi or fungus. Athlete's foot is an example of a disease, a skin disease that's passed by a germ that's really a fungus. There are also protozoa. Protozoa are single-celled eukaryotic organisms that can cause diseases. There's a microbe called Plasmodium that causes malaria. Malaria kills millions of people in the developing world every year. And that is a germ that's actually, it's not a bacteria, it's not a virus, it's a single-celled eukaryotic organism that lives in water, and it's often passed by mosquitoes. Then finally, you got parasites. Parasites like tiny worms that can cause disease. There's a tiny worm in pork called trichinosis, and if you eat undercooked pork, these tiny worms can get into your muscles and make you very, very sick. So that's why pork should never be eaten undercooked. You always want to cook your pork. So when we talk about the germ theory of disease, the pathogens or types of germs that can pass disease include bacteria, viruses, protozoa, fungi, and parasites. Finally, just want to talk about vectors. What's a vector? Well, a vector is anything that can pass a pathogen from one carrier to another. So, for example, a mosquito is a vector. A mosquito can carry diseases like malaria from one person with malaria to another. Mosquitoes are vectors for a lot of diseases. A couple years ago, there was discussion about the Zika virus, which was thought to be carried by mosquitoes. So vector, a rabid dog, a dog that's got rabies can be a vector. It can carry it to another person. Rodents are vectors of disease. The Black Plague was carried by rodents. That's why it's very important that you keep your house clean and keep the rodents out of your house because they can be vectors of disease. So the lesson we're learning about is pathogens and human illness. The key ideas are the germ theory of disease, which says that infectious diseases, are caused by small microbes called pathogens. Okay, when we talk about pathogens, if you've had me in chemistry class, we can break that word down. Pathos means bad, and gen means to give birth to. So a pathogen is something that gives birth to something bad. So pathogenic microbes cause disease. There's a lot of microbes, a lot of bacteria that don't cause disease, but some of them do. And then finally, vectors. A vector is anything that can carry disease from one person to another. So I hope this video kind of sheds light on what we've been learning. Please continue to do the reading. Read the handout that I gave you a couple of times and review it, and get ready for a quiz on Wednesday. All right, everyone, stay healthy, but most important, stay positive. Keep that positive mental attitude, and things are going to be great. We'll see you later.